Hi everyone, it's Sunday, November 19th, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. Before we get started, I want to note that next week is the Thanksgiving holiday in the US, so that means it will be a very short week of work and slaughter, with many people taking off not just Thursday but also Friday. Still, we'll have a short video for you next Sunday. In the U.S. market, after last week's price declines, prices this week were weekly steady to a touch lower. Heavy Texas steers were again mainly unchanged and selling for $24 to $25 for seasonal averages. In the cow sector, prices remained steady with decent interest for those hides. Combined export sales for the week ending November 9th were 491,900. It's still not great, but at least it's 29% more than the previous week. Combined shipments were okay at 567,600, which is incrementally higher. Estimated slaughter for the week ending yesterday, November 18th, is up by 2% at 636,000. Turning to Europe, editor Andrea Guolo says that the market is weak. Some origins are falling, but then the problem isn't price, it's more so demand, or rather the lack of it. There is more pressure for bulls, while cows have a certain level of demand. For British sellers, prices are the same, mainly because December sales haven't yet been concluded. The 36 plus kilo British ox is still selling for 85 cents sterling per kilo. And in Ireland, the price is also steady at 95 cents in euros, but again, that's more theoretical than practical. European bulls are facing pressure because there's just not enough business in the auto and furniture sectors. The price for North German bulls at 40 to 49 kilos is unchanged at the moment. And for Southern German hides, prices are also steady. European cows actually had some good sales this week, but then again, prices were lower. And overall, the next month is looking increasingly bearish. In his analysis this week, Andrea looks at what's going on with prices and how European tanneries are managing in this difficult environment. From South America, editor Ronald Guiel reports that, yet again, the average price of fresh hides is still unchanged at 85 cents per kilo in reals. The reference price of TR1 is also still stuck at a stable level, which is 65 cents in dollars. In Argentina, everyone is voting today in the presidential election runoff, so the market was quiet ahead of that event. In other news from Brazil, footwear exports hit $1 billion this year already. JBS is expanding its recovery and margins, but it missed its Q3 profit estimates. And from elsewhere in Latin America, Argentina's production of footwear parts is up by 2.5% this year. In Colombia, DANE reports that Q3 slaughter is up by almost 31%. In Guanajuato, the TV station has a series featuring exporting companies, including some leather companies. And in Uruguay, the reopening of the Rondatel Frigorifico remains uncertain. That is all we have for this week, and until next week, good night from HideNet.